What's going on? Welcome to the Blerd Dad podcast, where we have unfiltered conversations about fatherhood from this Blerd's point of view. I am your host, Glenn Lawrence. If you've been listening to us for a while, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get better at doing that because we want people to get this content. We think it's cool. We think you'll enjoy it, and it's useful. Right? You can also follow us at levelupcomedy.com, where you're now streaming on Twitch. So if you're a Twitcher, if you like to tweak out in Twitch, you can get on there and check us out at the Level Up Comedy channel. And yeah, that's it. Follow us and get into these blurry discussions with us. This week is one of the last weeks, not of the show. It's one of the last weeks of single me. It's the last week of me because the baby should be here any day now. The baby is about to be, it's imminent. It's imminent. We're at 30, 40, 38 weeks, something like that. I'd stop counting in weeks, but we're somewhere around there. We're like 38, 39 weeks or something. So the baby is imminent. It's going to have imminent. It's going to happen anytime now. And that's exciting, but it's also terrifying. I've only had to take care of myself, and now I have to take care of this other person. I mean, I've been taking care of Stephanie, but she's an adult. She can take care of herself. She's a woman. She's, all those strong things, because I'm a feminist and I believe in it. But now it's like another person who is solely dependent on me taking care of them. That means I can't, do bullshit anymore. I gotta be real and step up. I can't make little silly decisions. I can't cross the street when the don't walk sign is up, because I got to take care of a kid. If I get hit by a bus, no one's taking care of that kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Stephanie's taking care of that kid, but it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be the same. So now I got to obey all the stop signs and all that type of stuff, all the traffic signs and signals. So it's going to be a change. It's going to be a big adjustment, but I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. So this week we got back our maternity photos, which was dope. We posted them. Everybody was liking them. I'm sure some people didn't comment who were hating, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just joking. Everybody liked the photos. They were great. They were good photos. I was suggesting poses. I was getting us, like posed up for the photographer, which was cool. But every photo now has a picture, like the Washington Monument in the background, to the point where a friend asked me, is like, what is the significance of the Washington Monument? It's like, no, none. There's no significance whatsoever to the Washington Monument. It's just, I was trying to do too much, but I took it as a sign. Because when this baby comes, I just have to let Stephanie work her magic, work her womanly magic, let the people who are delivering the baby do what they're supposed to be doing, and everything will be okay. Don't overstep your boundaries, you know what I mean? Or else we're going to have a baby, and in the background is going to be the Washington Monument. That's what I was thinking. So I got to make sure that I stay in my lane. Again, we're doing our thing where we do our sponsor. If you want to be a sponsor for our show, please let us know. We will 100% read your copy the best we can, which means there may be some mistakes. You may have to offer some new services, but it's okay. We're just pushing you. We're giving you a push to grow. So, I think you should advertise with us. It's great. And you should ask our sponsor. They made me wear it. They're dog stylists for the Everyday Paw Rent. It's a husband and wife team on a mission to help dogs discover their fashionable side, whether it's an awesome Halloween costume, adorable dress, comfy jammies, a custom designer gown, whatever you have, they can do it. You need a veil, we got doggy veils. We could do that. If you have a dog that likes skiing, we don't have skis, but we do have doggy gloves for the dogs. I don't know if they use it, but again, we're pushing them to be better, you know what I mean, suppliers of dogs. Can you imagine a little dog with little doggy gloves skiing? Like, get out of the way. Oh man, that would be amazing. But your fur baby will love wearing the latest fashions. Also, when you're shopping in their store, you are helping to contribute to Hope for Paws, which is an animal rescue organization, and they work tirelessly to save hundreds and thousands of abandoned animals, which is very, very needed in this time. I'm just gonna put it out there. So what are you waiting for? Visit theymademewear.com. Use code word Blerd at checkout for 15% off the entire store. That's code word Blerd, as in the Blerd Dad podcast, for 15% at checkout. Look, we're getting better at this. Why wouldn't you want to have your copy in the place of that copy as a sponsor to the show? I don't know why, but if you do, you'll get that type of treatment, and you'll be all the better for it. All right, enough messing around. This week, I'm very, very excited to talk to someone who is a friend of mine. We're becoming better and better friends. I love this dude. I do comedy with him in the Baltimore and DMV area. He's a veteran in the comedy game. He's open for comedians like Tony Woods, Bill Bellamy. I love Bill Bellamy. Oh man, that's the ladies' man right there. Nephew Tommy, Michael Blackson, Miss Pat, who is also hilarious. Love me some Miss Pat, and Jess Hilarious. He's originally from Louisville, Kentucky, but has lived all over with his father in the military, having lived in places like Germany, Alaska, and the majestic but racist Utah. Tink effortlessly gets his perspective across to different audiences. His comedic style is self-described as sophisticated ignorance, where Tink talks about the ignorant things that even the most high-class or bottom-feeding adults can understand. And with the intro like that, y'all know this dude is about to be hilarious and awesome. Let me welcome my buddy King Tink to the program. What's going on, King Tink?
What's good, yo?
What's good, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Can't call it, man. Ain't shit shaking but the leaves in the trees, brother.
Here you go. I apologize for the long intro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get some things together. I'm trying to get better at this radio personality thing.
You rose my self-esteem. I was gonna kill myself, but then you just made me realize who I am. So thank you.
You know, it's interesting. You said you went to Utah. You're like, it's racist. And I've been to Utah a couple of times. I've been to Utah for Sundance like multiple times. Mm. And I noticed that it's nice out there, but there might be a little, there's a tinge, but it's weird because Mormons are like the nicest people ever, which is weird.
They're the nicest racist people I've ever met in my life. Like, I mean, like their racism is it comes with like some hospitality with it.
Right. You get a home cooked meal with your nigga.
Right, exactly. It's like they don't want you in the fucking Mormon temple, but you know what I'm saying? They're gonna greet you, they're gonna be cordial, but they're gonna look at you too. Their kids gonna look at you like, oh, that's what they look like. Right. They look like them,
you can always tell when the kids are really surprised. You know the parents have been on some shit. Like when the kids look at you funny, it's like you've been saying something in the house.
Yeah, exactly. That nigga a couple times, you know. I do think Mormons are like that to everybody that's an outsider, though. It's not just black people. It's like you're Catholic, we don't fuck with you either. So it's like they stick to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I can appreciate that. I've never felt a kinder racism in my life. No.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I think
a smile. You know?
Yeah, I think they would be offended if you said that because I really do think they're like really nice. But if you are an outsider, it don't matter what type of outsider you are. You know what I mean? You're just an outsider.
I do have a story about the most racist, nicest person I've ever met. Like,
really?
Yeah, I used to work in the airports doing TSA, and you know, it's in Baltimore, so I used to have to pat people down and all that shit. And one time I had to pat this dude down, and he said so politely, he's like, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be a bother, but can you get somebody else? Because I really don't want a nigger touching me." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And I turned around, I was like, "Wait a minute." You got me up really good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, it's Baltimore. Everybody's black. Look around. Everybody's black. If I don't touch you, don't fly, nigga.
That was a slick one, though. Damn, like that must be so ingrained. You know what I mean? So ingrained that
you're so soft spoken. It was like,
I don't want to be impolite here.
I don't want to be impolite, but nigga touching me. Come on.
Come on, you know what I mean.
like,
It's
yo,
always funny when they try to get you on board. Come on, you know what I'm saying.
right.
But yeah, I wanted to talk to you, man, because you've been doing comedy for a minute. And you're out here. First of all, I love your stuff. You're a super talented comedian. I think slept on. I think I put that out there on Facebook. You're one of the most slept on comedians. A lot of comedians out of Baltimore area get slept on a lot, but I mean, it's all good because I'm in the Virginia area, so it's cool if y'all get slept on. Just don't slip on all of us.
Right.
No, but you're dope, and you're a father, and you do it to death. Not to mention, you have kids that ain't even yours that you taking care of, bro.
Yeah, we just got back from Disneyland too, like a couple days ago.
Did you do a whole thing with both families?
What do you mean both families?
Like with the kids that are yours, and then the stepkids as well. Like all
no, the stepkid. I only got one that's mine. Then I got I got 3 stepkids. So like we just took them all down there, and man, I'm telling you, boy, I was tired, boy. That was like, I was like, because it's just just dealing with kids different ages. You know what I'm saying? They all want different stuff. So it was fun though. We had a good time. So
I remember that as like one of my fondest memories is like hanging out with just a house full of cousins and my sister, and we all go to like King's Dominion or whatever. And that's what I started realizing is when you're young, you think those experiences are going to come just continuously. You know what I'm saying? Like we always going to be traveling. We always going to be doing like that. And now as I'm older, I look back and be like, damn, that was the one time like we was all together and like, like kicked it. The like time is fleeting.
That was the one time your family all had money at the same time. That's the one time they was able to do it.
And we was good. We was eating funnel cakes. What I'm saying? It was like we had lunch. We had lunch too.
Right. That's how it is, man.
Extra meals.
That shit was not cheap.
Now, do they get along? Does your kid as well as the stepkids they all get along?
That's just seamless. Cause my daughter, she's only 3, and then, the oldest stepkid, she just had her graduation the day after we came back. So she just graduated from high school. So she's 17, and then we have like a 15-year-old and a 11-year-old.
Okay.
And then my 3-year-old, and then what I'm saying. But yeah, they're all good, man. Everything. It's just a blended family. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's cool about that? When I was growing up, because I have a stepdad too. So, and when you grow up and you have like a stepdad, like during the time of having a stepdad, you get all those that animosity that goes with it. You know what I mean? And as I got older, I realized, and I became like a single dude in my late 20s, early 30s. I started realizing like I didn't realize what he was giving up. You know what I mean? To help raise my little ass. You know what I mean? Like you got to tip your hat to a motherfucker who come in and help raise you when he could be out in the streets getting it.
Right. I mean, that means you love the person a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times that try you, but you know what I'm saying. But I love my fiance a lot, so it's like it's part of the package. So I just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Like as a kid, I didn't realize like any one of my outbursts could have messed it up for my mom. You know what I mean? Like he could have been like, "Man, I'm through with this shit."
Yeah, you was one slam door away from motherfucking downsizing.
Oh man, but but as I got older, it's like you start appreciating the fact that you come into somebody else's I guess life and then you're helping raise them. You know what I mean? You're like instilling values because you're not really replacing the dad, but you are the father figure in the home that they deal with the most, man. How do you deal with that? How do you handle that being the one who's basically their male role model?
I just try to, just try to give them game from the day-to-day stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to replace their father. They still see their father, so I'm not trying to replace anything, but I'm just trying to help guide you in the right way because I'm here on the day-to-day. So it's like I'm trying to make sure your work is done and you're doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm telling them bluntly, I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm like, yo, don't be doing this shit because this is what's going to happen. Motherfucking do your work. The more fucking education you get, the more chances are you more being able to get more money down the line. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And tell the girls, don't be fucking. Baby will fuck up your whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's the makeup? What do you have? Like 2 girls?
Two girls. Well, 3 girls, including my daughter, and then 1 boy. You know what I'm saying? And the boy, he's 11, so you know he's about to go into puberty in the next couple of years and shit.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be an adventure, right? You know what I'm saying?
I could imagine. And he's got older sisters.
Yeah, he got older sisters. Yeah,
man. I feel like if you have older sisters, you automatically have game. You're already up on what to do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think they're teaching them, but we kind of have them on a leash a little bit because we don't really let them do a whole lot. I mean, as far as like we let them go out and do shit, but I'm talking about with like boys and shit. I don't play none of that shit, nigga. I don't play none of that shit, nigga. Every time I see him with a boy, I just be like, "Who's this little ugly ass nigga right here?" You know what I'm saying? And my jokes are vicious. I don't care, man. I'm trying. I'm like, man, fuck that. That's why I've been trying to hit the gym because like I'm just like. I have to. You
got to make sure your hands are right to go with the jokes. If you roast it, because little kids nowadays will try to fight you,
bro. And not only that, this is my biggest fear, especially with my daughter. Right? It's like I don't know if you've been seeing these high school kids. Right? They're getting bigger and stronger and faster. You got DK Metcalf type niggas. Like all these niggas big as shit. Like, and my biggest fear is my daughter to come home with like a all-American football playing ass nigga for a prom, and then I have to intimidate this nigga that's like 6'5", 300 pounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, how am I going to do that?
I feel like in that situation, you got to go psychological. You got to be like, hey, I used to know your coach.
Like, have her in by 10:30.
Right.
Or 11, nigga. All right, 11. Or 11. What up? You know what I'm saying? If you that much bigger than me, like that's what I'm afraid of. But so I got pistols too, though. So
well, that makes sense.
That's the equalizer.
that's the equalizer. So when you're coming in as the stepdad, first of all, what age were you entering their life or whatever? So because
it's been about 9 years, bro. It's been about 9 years.
So they were like 4, like what, like 4 or something?
Yeah, the youngest one was like 3, maybe. 3 or 4, yeah, something like that. When I first.
So then, so yeah, when you're coming into like their younger, like they're just like, okay, there's just this dude or whatever. Because for me, it was just like, oh, here's just this guy. Not that there was like a ton of people around. Actually, there was nobody around. It was like it went from like dad to all of a sudden like stepdad, and I didn't realize it was a transition. I was just like, who, like now this guy's here. What? Right. And then, but he like stuck around, and he came in, and he was very much like a disciplinarian because he was military dude or whatever.
Military dude, but I ain't no disciplinarian because my thing is like, I ain't coming in like that. I'm gonna make sure you do what you're supposed to do. So if you're supposed to take out the trash, I'm gonna tell you to fucking take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? That's your one job. Do your job. You know what I'm saying?
That's disciplinarian though, right there, bro.
But it's never a threat of me putting my hands on you though.
Okay.
Or even raising my voice to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna raise my voice. I'm not gonna yell at you. I might say something bluntly, but I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna wild out on you. I've never put my hands on you. That's something you'll never catch me doing. But I don't even think you'll catch me doing that with my daughter for real. You know, she has to really get the line for me to do that.
Well, we were talking about it with my cousin a couple episodes ago about like spanking, and I mean, I really think it's more about instilling respect in them. You know what I mean? And but that discipline is instilling respect in them. Like, okay, you had this thing to do, you need to do it. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, I have substituted, right? Like I was a teacher in the school system, and the funniest thing to me is kids would act up, right? And I went to, it was like one of these like reform schools or whatever, like these like vocational schools, and I was substituting there. And that's where, when you get expelled or kicked out of school or whatever, a lot of times they send you to that school, right? It's like the step before they just kick you out of the school system. And I went there, and the craziest thing to me is, I'm talking to these kids, and they were telling me how they didn't like certain classes because the teacher didn't care and didn't even discipline them. They won't even stop me from doing this crazy stuff that I'm doing. And it's like they crave discipline. They want structure. You know what I'm saying?
Those kids were missing a parent, probably.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I wish I had a dad, so I wish he would do this.
Yeah.
You know?
And they get mad, they get annoyed when you don't like discipline or whatever. But the reason why I point that out is because you come in there and you're giving them that discipline. You're like, hey, this is the rule, and then like, don't break the rule. And even that little bit, you know what I mean, helps them because they want to have that structure. A lot of times, unless it's like way on the outskirts of behavioral issues, they don't want to test you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to test your like discipline. Like, if you say do this, they're like, they might test a little bit, but they don't want to like just disrespect you and just be like,
even like, because I don't really believe in like spankings and shit, because I got spanked and shit and beat up and stomped on and shit like that, and I don't think that shit works. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you treated kid like a pit bull his whole life. He's gonna act like he's gonna think violence is the only way to solve fucking problems. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get creative with how I discipline. So at least for the boy, I'm harder on the boy than I am the girls, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm preparing him for the world, and that's how it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And but like, if he messes up in school and stuff, I ain't gonna hit you, I ain't gonna yell at you. I'm gonna get one of my college books, and I'm gonna make you write a chapter word for word. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna take time, and you better not skip over nothing, because I'm gonna read everything, and I've already read it. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm making sure you do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get creative with how you discipline now. And then taking their electronics is it's the best shit in the world.
Get them unplugged.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But even that's a tough one too, because you take the electronics, then they get bored, and then when they get bored, they just start fucking with you. So you got to be careful with that too. You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't want to punish them to where you punishing yourself.
You're right. Exactly. He was like, "Yo, you must be on punishment, because goddamn it, you get on my nerves right now."
So your youngest one is 3 right now. So you got some like, what would I say, like memory of them just coming out and all that. So how was that? Because we're imminent right now. It's like any day now, baby's about to pop.
Yeah, my daughter came early, so it's like, yeah, she came a little early. So she came like maybe like 3 weeks early. And,
wow.
Yeah. So it's yeah, man, get ready. That shit is it gets real up in that room.
Oh, really?
It's real up in that room, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, my she's a vet at this already, so I was straight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you got it? She like, I got it. Cool, bet. But yeah, it's you and her first, yo. Y'all got to go through this nightmare together.
Yeah. So this is the first time, and I mean, we've done, I think, most of the preparing that you can do up to this point. You know what I mean? Like, the house is ready. Got the little things set up. She's got a little diaper station. It was funny the other day because she was explaining to me everything that was on the diaper station. She's like, "This is what this is. This is what this is the little bag. This is the little binky. This is the."
That's what
I was like, you explaining this shit to me like you ain't gonna be here. Where are you gonna be? Like,
that's why I'm so happy that I got a girl that already had kids, because fucking. When we went to buying shit, you don't need that shit.
Oh, wow.
You don't need that shit. You don't need it. This is all people to get that shit. This is their first kid. I'm like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet. I'm good. We don't need this shit. We don't need it. We don't need no fucking rocker. Fuck you need a rocker for? She gonna be fucking crying her eyes out for the first 3 months. Like, I was like, cool. Bet.
Wait, do you think that like is that something you have to go through? Like, because right now, I have been of the mindset we don't need much. Because I just look at other countries. I'm like, they get kids out there, and you know what I mean, India or Africa, South America, whatever, and they're just they're out there in the villages chilling. They don't need nothing. It's like, but that was not a good idea because Stephanie did not like that.
But it's what the wife wants. But I guarantee if you have another kid, half that shit's gonna get cut out.
Okay.
It's like the first kid is like, you're so delicate and this and that and that. You had the second one, it's just be like, we don't need that shit. Oh, I know what this means. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can wing it more right now. But yeah, this is both y'all first, so y'all have to take the super precautions on up.
What was the thing that you used most out of like all the stuff that you got? What was the thing that you're like, man, I'm glad we got that for?
It's gross though, but the little booger sucker thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you have a tube, it's in your mouth, and you suck the boogers out her nose. And it has a filter so it doesn't come in your mouth. But we did use that a lot because baby be sneezing and shit, and snotting boogers. So you got to clean
Oh,
it out. But the nose is only so big, you know what I'm saying? And the
right.
kids, they hate that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't have them blow, right?
Right. Yeah, you can't tell them to blow. You know what I'm saying? I can barely tell my daughter now to blow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Steph got that on deck.
Yep. Right. I mean, that's a good tool. What else? What else did we use a lot of? Man, I'm trying to think, man. Yeah.
Because we got the little rocker thing, you know.
I mean, the rocker thing is cool. The rocker thing is cool for a little while, but she ain't gonna stay in that. She or he, they're not gonna stay in that for long periods of time. You know, they might be able to. You might be able to get them to sleep and then put them down, chill out for a minute. But long periods of time, no, they ain't gonna stay in that shit. And then they're gonna outgrow it within like 6 months. Like,
yo, here's what's crazy: the amount of clothes that this kid already has. Like, Steph laid it out, and she put like a little post-it on each.
You're not even gonna get to wear all that shit. That's the craziest part. It's like you get so many clothes unless you're buying them in stages. Oh man, don't just buy all 0 to 3 months.
Yeah,
you need to start. Because it goes by so fast. Like, my daughter has so much shit that she didn't even get to wear because she just outgrew it. And she's still outgrowing. My daughter's 3. Before she turned 3, she started wearing 4T toddler shit.
Oh, wow.
So and the doctor said she's tall as hell, right? And I'm like, man, she got a whole bunch of shit she didn't get to wear. It's like, and then especially with COVID, we really didn't get to wear it during COVID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn. You know, you ain't going nowhere, so you better make the most of it. Like, every day, put on a new outfit, take a picture.
That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, we gonna have to flex. We gonna have to every so often. We're gonna just put on a new outfit and then just have them take a picture because we have stages. We have the 0 to 3. We have the 3 to 6. But in those stages, there's still a lot in each stage. I'm like, there ain't no way they're gonna wear. There's not that many days in a 0 to 3 month period. Why would
you know what I'm saying? It really ain't. That's 90 days, bro. It's 90 days.
90 days. We got 113 outfits. What we gonna do?
And that's how I go. And most of the time, the kids is gonna be in the onesie. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. You know, but. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, and that's the thing about like baby showers and stuff. Like, people buy you so much shit, but they don't stage it out. So it'd be like you used to have so much 0 to 3 months,
right?
And then afterwards, even diapers, man, they outgrow that shit like quickly.
Got tons of diapers. Everything is eye opening. But I'm very, very thankful for Stephanie because she's been taking it on. She took. You know, she's been preparing as a female, as a woman. I feel like she's been preparing to have a kid for a long time mentally. So right now she's like go time. You know what I mean? Like all that training and preparation that she's mentally done for however many years she's old. I don't tell her age. However many years she's old, she's like, I'm ready to have this kid, and she's like on top of it. She's just
and every kid's different too. Like no kid's the same. Like my daughter was pretty chill. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. Yeah, she cried, but it wasn't like excessive like I've seen some kids be. So my daughter was chill. I think the best advice I can give you as far as like, especially when they're first born, when it's to get them on a schedule, make sure like even when they wake up like 12 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning, keep the lights dark and change their diaper or feed them. And then, you know what I'm saying? That way they know that, it's dark. I need to go back to sleep. You know, It might take a little while, but like it just trains them. Oh, it's dark. It's time to try to sleep through the night. You know.
Okay, that makes sense. Get a little flashlight.
Yeah. I just use your phone or something. Yeah, on the flashlight or something. Just make sure it still stays dark. Don't turn on all the lights and shit. Because then the baby be like, "Oh, we up. All right, cool." You know.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Right.
It's like, it's a party. Okay. Put the music on.
It's lit.
So you grew up and you were in a military family, right? And so you moved around a bunch, which I did too. So I know how that go. How does that affect your, thought process on raising a kid? Because I really think, moving around helped form and create me. You know what I mean? Like create the way that I interact with the world or whatever. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and me and my me and my fiance, we have like opposing views on this sometimes because we have two different type of upbringings, right? So she stayed in one place her whole life. She's from Baltimore, so she's been here or in this area her whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I be telling the kids like, as soon as you get 18 or as soon as you graduate college, get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go see something while you're young, struggle while you're young, and then live life, and then come back and then find your career. But go see the world, go see whatever you want to go see. And she been like, no, stay close. You know what I'm saying? They're like, why do they have to leave? And I'm just like, man, they need to leave, because I always think, especially like young Black people, I think we need to get out of our environment sometimes and then see the world and see what we could become. And instead of staying where we're at, because I think if you tend to stay where you're at, you become what people think you are. And then when you're able to leave and travel a little bit, you're able to become who you want to be. And you know what I'm saying? And you kind of get to start over a little bit. So and that's just my point of view. I don't know if I'm right, but I just felt it helped me a lot.
As somebody who's been through the same thing, like my life was pretty much the same in terms of like moving around, and my sister right there, she agrees as well. I think you're 100% right. I think you got to get out of your bubble. You got to get out of your kind of comfort zone and realize it. The moment that I realized it was when I was in I was in California, right, and then I went back to Philly, right. Because that's where I'm from, and then I grew up in California for a long time. When I got back to California, they were like, "Oh, you got snow over there? You know what snow is?" And in my mind, because I have been young in Philly, moved around, came back, Germany, all these different places, so snow wasn't no thing. And to them, it was just like, "What?" Or
dude, when my parents divorced, right, and we was living in Alaska, and then I had to go back home to Kentucky. And they was like, nigga, you niggas in Alaska? I was like, it's a couple of us, yeah, we up there. There's a lot of Samoans up there too, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, we gonna call you Alaska. So you seen snow? I'm like, you see snow in Kentucky? What you mean? No, you seen snow. I'm like, man, yeah, man.
Like, yeah. As a matter of fact, you know what? You probably know my college roommate, because there's only a couple of y'all niggas in Alaska anyway. And he been up.
It's a lot of niggas in Alaska. It's way more than you think. They're all in Anchorage though, but it's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot.
But
more Samoans though. Samoans are up there like crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of Samoans on the West Coast too, in California or whatever. So Samoans, mess with them real heavy. Had some good friends back in the day. But back in the day when we were growing up, right? I'm assuming we're about the same age. You didn't have all this social media and all this, so it was like once you move, you just didn't have those friends anymore.
It's not true. Not true, because my best friend, like, this is crazy, right? So my best friend I met in Alaska. So we met in middle school in Alaska. It was like 7th grade, I think. And we was in art class. He was the new kid in school. He sat there right across from me. And for some reason, this is the first thing I said to him. It's like, do you like pussy? Right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, you cool. I don't even know what that meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I never had any. Like, I don't know why I said that to him.
That's what traveling will do for you. You get worldly.
So it was like, man, I didn't leave Alaska till I was like in my 10th grade year, ended my 10th grade year. And I went back to Kentucky, but we always stayed in contact. And then I'm just going to fast forward. So I went to the military. I get out the military. I was supposed to go on with him on the buddy program, but he said, fuck it, at the last minute. I ain't mad at him, right? Did the military. And then I was looking for a place to work, and I had work up here in the DMV area. And he's from here, and he still lives here to this day. So his family moved back from Alaska to here. And we was like roommates here for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody I've been knowing since I was 11 years old. Like, that's crazy.
So you're making me sound like I'm a bad friend because I didn't keep.
Yeah, you're a terrible friend. That's what I'm saying. Because all my friends from like military, everybody in Alaska, we're still close. We're still close. You need to find them niggas on Facebook, man. I
know. I found some of them. I do holler at some of them. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have one of them on the show coming up one of these episodes. Once after we figure out when the baby is actually getting here, I'm gonna start scheduling a lot more of them.
Right.
But yeah, thanks for calling me out on that.
No problem.
So 4 kids right now. What's it like? You got 4 of them. We're still on number 1, but we were talking about, whether we wanted to do, extra ones, because you kind of got like a what you call it? I say extra ones. You got a crash course. You got to have 3 hang out, figure it out, and be like, you know what? I'll go and have one of my own. What was that to get a little test drive first?
Yeah, but still, you ain't want to fuck up the test drive, because you know what I'm saying. You want to fuck up somebody's life. So, but that's why I was just so happy when the oldest graduated.
You did it.
You know, said I played a part in that. You know what I'm saying? It was cool shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, one of them succeeded. You know what I'm saying? One of them did what they supposed to do, and she's about to go to college and everything at Bowie State, and you know what I'm saying? That made me happy, man. But yeah, this shit is I guess it was a little test drive, but yeah, I ain't know what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is at least with my daughter, I'm doing the young thing. So when she's an infant, I ain't have that with them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go through the infant trials. That's right. That's just different, bro. I'm telling you. Wait. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to get no sleep for a while, but I didn't go.
Everyone keeps saying that.
You're not, man. You're not, man. That's because it's true. If there's anything else, people might differ from whatever else I say, but you won't get no sleep in at least the first 2 months. It's not going to happen.
Is it because of the adrenaline of you got this new life that you're taking care of and you're just hyped up and you're
no,
you're just always worrying about
stop crying.
Oh, okay.
They gonna wake up. They don't even have a sleep schedule. They wake up when they wake up, bro. It's on and popping. It's on and popping. They can't control their bowels, so they shitting and pissing whenever they can. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And sometimes you don't know why they crying. They just crying. It's that's all they know what to do. And it's it's gonna be all hours. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm trying to give myself some outs. It's gonna be all right because
you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's just gonna suck sometimes, but you're gonna be you're gonna be fine. You're going through you're not going through anything nobody else has went through. Right. I'll tell you, my scariest moment was when Nicole left the house and left me by myself for the baby for an hour or two, and the baby wouldn't stop crying the whole time. And,
oh wow.
And I just didn't know what the fuck to do. I was just I just don't know. I changed the diaper. I try to feed you. You're not hungry. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. And the baby's I'm just crying at the top of my lungs.
Damn.
Yo, and you just
is it wrong?
Do,
Is it wrong that I think because I have head or noise canceling headphones that I'll be all right? I'm just
you better not. You better not.
You can't do that. You can't just be all right, well, you're good. Let me just go ahead and start gaming. You
can't treat that shit like a Beats commercial, and walking in slow motion. You can't do that.
That's look, if you're crying too much, man, I'm about to just tune in. All right, you're fine. I hear it. Look, headphones on, you good.
Unless you by chance have a chill baby, but man, they cry, bro. I don't be understanding them. I don't get it.
Well, let's hope, man. I don't know who your boy Jason is, but he says, "What up, Tink?"
Oh, Kenzie, what up? That's my dude. Me and him was in the military together. He was actually my supervisor's best friend. And he seen me get in trouble a lot of times in the military. That's my guy.
Hey man, he looked like he got out of the military and promptly grew his beard.
He did. Yep.
So I mean, this is the thing. I'm 100% trying to figure out basically.
Wait a minute. That's my dude, Terrell Sanders. We was in the military together. This is the wildest light-skinned dude I've ever met in my life, yo. We call him Pinky because he's pink, really. But yeah, dude's wild, man. Dude's wild.
Look, there's about to be a whole military chat here. All right, military guys. We're keeping it. Do y'all have any fatherhood questions? Military dudes, they get in here and they want a reunion immediately.
Oh, they fathers too. Man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what my like fathering MO is going to be. You know what I mean? Am I going to be the cool dad? Am I going to be the frantic dad? What I don't want to be is the dad who's always worrying about some shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the like you know, like I want to just chill because I'm a chill person. So I'm hoping that the kid is going to be chill too, and I'll be able to just, you know, be chill and then take care, you know, of the
whatever you think you're going to be, they're going to think you're not. So if you think you're the cool dad, you ain't going to be that cool, nigga. Like, to them. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're going to be the disciplinarian, you're just going to be an asshole to them, not a disciplinarian. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so whatever you think you're going to be to them, you're not going to be that to them.
So their narrative is going to be way different.
Way different. I'm thinking I'm cool, I'm funny. No, I'm corny and I'm old.
You know what's funny? Because I'll tell stories, right, about my childhood or whatever, and then like my mom will hear these stories. She's like, "Why are you telling that story? Never happened or whatever." And then some of them, she's like, you know, she's like that, you know, that never happened. And then my sister will corroborate the story and be like, yeah, it did happen. But then sometimes they'll both be like, no, I'm like, wait, where was I growing? Like, how did I grow up and get a totally different story out of this? Because I know that this is what happened. This is what happened. You know, this is how mama treated me. This is how, you know, it was. And she'll be like, nope.
That's why I test my memory to my parents. Like I told my dad a story the other day. I was like, Dad, you remember? Because I love my daddy, right? I like my daddy, right? But he was a military man, right? So, and he was in the real military. I was in the Air Force. That's the diet military. He was in real. He killed some niggas, right?
Right.
And he used to go like deployments for a whole year and then come back, right? But I remember one time he went on a deployment and he came back. Now I'm a teenager now. I'm like 13, 14 years old. I've been holding this household down for a year, right? And whenever my dad comes back, I don't see him for 2 days because he's in the room fucking my mother for 2 days. So I'm talking to him through the door, right? I see all his military shit downstairs, but I don't see him, right?
Right.
He's in there fucking my mother, getting that like acting like he just came back from prison or some shit, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, Dad here? Yeah, he in here. Okay. Tell him I said what's up, whatever, right? But then when he gets out, right? He's trying to regulate shit like I haven't been holding down the fucking household, right? So he's like, take out the trash. I'm like, nigga, I ain't taking out no motherfucking trash, nigga. And I just walked out the door, right? Because I'm the man in the house, right?
Right. I
come back. He's sitting on top of the steps, right? Because we in the duplex. It goes down, it goes up, right, when you walk in. And he's like, I thought I told you to take out the trash. I was like, I thought I told you I wasn't going to take out the trash. You feel what I'm saying? I'll take it out when I feel like it. All right? Nigga. And I go down steps and I go in my room and I ain't hear nothing, right? So I'm thinking to myself, he understands there's another man in the house. He gets it. You know?
Right.
I ain't hear him coming down the steps because he flew down the steps, right? So as soon as I turn around, he's already mid-punch, yo. And he just K'd my chest in. He had a Masonic ring, and that shit was implanted in my chest, bro.
Oh, man.
And motherfucker, he knocked the wind out of me. Nigga, you know how hard it is to cry when you can't breathe, right?
Yeah.
And motherfucker, he's going up for the death blow. And then just at the last minute, he forgot. He remembered. He was like, oh, I love this nigga. Let me not kill him. Even though I just came back from a war killing him. Like, yo, man, I escaped my life, yo. I was like, yeah.
I bet your ass took out the trash, didn't you?
Oh, man, with the quickness. Nigga.
Y'all never had that miscommunication again? What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Right. My dad was he was 82nd Airborne. He was a Ranger. He was all that shit. So I'm like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, that's that's a tough one there because I don't know what I'm going to do the first time I get talked back to. Because I'm, you know, like in my life now, you know what I'm saying? It's like things are a certain way. I keep it, what you call it, the way that I want it. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of talk back. Stephanie came into the thing and I don't see, the thing is we don't have a lot of arguments because I don't like put my foot down about a lot of stuff. I'm just like, whatever, you know, it's not a big deal or whatever. Right. But I feel like once you have these kids or whatever, like they they're gonna have what they want, and then they have no like sense of consequence or whatever, and they're just gonna be like, no, I'm just not gonna do it, and you're just like,
well, you're gonna get that. You can get that at a young age because my daughter's like testing that shit out now. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, no, go put that back. No, and she'll stomp her foot. And I'm like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to like grab her up and just scare her for a little bit and give her a look, like, you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna mildly keep going. The peak of that shit's gonna be when they like 16.
So you haven't even got there yet, because you got one that's out of high school and you're like, cool, because she's almost out of the house, don't matter anymore. Right. And then you got 3 left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got 3 left, so you're gonna have to deal with them, and they already seen how to escape.
Oh, I'm scared. That's why I've been trying to go to the gym, because the boy is the one I'm worried about, and I know one day he's going to feel himself, and he's gonna be tall too. He's gonna be tall, and he's gonna test me, but he has to know that I want it more. So he can't beat me. So he might swing on me one day, but he gotta know that I want it more.
But this is the thing. I was just talking to my friend about this earlier, and physically, right, they can get you. Like if they knew like what they are physically, they'd be like, I can bust my stepdaddy's ass. I get, but mentally they're not there yet, and you got to use that mental ass whipping to make him question whether he is as strong as he thinks he is.
When niggas start doing that Ultimate Warrior hulking up and shit, like, oh nah, you can't. Nah, nigga, that's all mental right there. Nigga. I'm gonna feel it in the morning, but right now I'm gonna get my point across. Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh man, your boy Jason said everybody mom curse him when they say one day you'll have a kid that's just like you.
I know,
my mom said that too, and I'm just wondering what was I like. So here's the deal. My mom wrote a book. It's called Babies Raising Babies. I always plug it on the show because I love the book. It's a great example, I think, of how to raise a kid, especially when you're a kid yourself. Mm-hmm. And in her book, she talks about, like the spanking and all this type of stuff. But she was explaining about me as a child, and I didn't do a lot of bad stuff. I didn't do a lot of cursing. I wasn't, acting up or whatever. So she ain't have to do a lot of spanking. So I'm hoping that's what I get as, you know what I mean, from my little one.
Yeah, I was fucked up, nigga. So I was bad, So
if you get a kid that was like you, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, I was one of the niggas. Like my mom tell me to do something, I'll go in my room and be like,
oh, you was one of those.
You know what I'm saying?
He was one of those.
And I got caught doing that shit one day, man. She beat the shit out.
Wait, so she got you too?
Grabbing my shit, I was like, suck my dick, bitch.
Oh,
and she opened the door. I was like, huh? She's like, what'd you do? I was like, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, what happened?
Wow.
Nothing. I had an itch.
It's like, I'll show you something. Nah. So wait, you got a spanking then. You got your ass tore up.
Yeah. And it was the worst part was like, because my dad was in the military. So what would happen is my mother was a housewife for a long time. So what would happen is I'll get in trouble in school, like always, get in a fight or something. I get home, my mother would beat my ass, right? And she would beat my ass like a nigga on the street. Like sometimes she'll stomp me and all I see is like a fucking house slipper just coming down, right? And then she's like, go to your room and wait till your daddy get home. And I'm like, shit. So now I have to wait 3 hours.
Was this pre or post punch in the chest for not taking out the trash?
Oh, this is both. So now I gotta wait 3 hours till this nigga get home and see how he's gonna take the fucking shit. Because he might just beat my ass, or he might have some kind of special punishment for me. And the special punishments is the worst ones. Like,
so wait, he never understood like where you were coming from on something. Because I feel like sometimes dads are like, "All right, you overreacting, Lorraine."
Sometimes
like,
it was a fight, and I'll be like, "I'm defending myself." He'd be like, "All right, cool." But if it was just me just being an asshole to a teacher, which is mostly the case, and talking shit, then yeah, he wasn't with that. Like one time I got in trouble at ROTC because I came late to class, and the first sergeant was like, "Do 10 push-ups." I ain't doing no goddamn push-ups. It's high school, nigga. I was like, I ain't doing no push-ups, nigga. And he was like, do some push-ups. I was like, no, nigga, you're not my father. I'm not doing physical activity in a fucking school course, nigga. Get the fuck out of my phone. All right. So he actually called my father at work. And he was like, yeah, I'm first sergeant, such and such and such and such. And he was really military, prior military. And he was like, yeah, your son's out here acting a goddamn fool and doing this and that. And that's my dad don't play about niggas calling him at his job. And he definitely don't play about military shit. Even to this day, don't make no military jokes around this nigga that he won't like, because he willing to fight and all that shit, right? So he comes home one day, he's like, yeah, I heard you acting an ass in school. I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
you was brazen, bro.
I was wild, man. I was stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's like, go downstairs and put your Class A uniform on, shine up all your brass, and shine your shoes, and better not be no smudges. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right. So I went down there and did it. And he made me stand at attention for 4 hours while he watched Michael Jordan play in the playoffs.
Wow. Did he let you watch, though?
No, I was faced the other way. Like, I was faced this way, the TV over here. And then not only that, every time that I would flinch, I had to go down and do push-ups. And then every time it looked like I was about to pass out from locking my knees together, he would make me stand at ease. But if I flinch, he'd be like, what, did you flinch? Go down and give me push-ups. And I'm doing push-ups in like a full suit. And it was like, yo, this shit was terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. You probably have flashbacks every time you hear that Michael Jordan playoffs. Like whenever they replay it, you can just hear it. Like,
98 playoffs, nigga.
98 playoffs, you just start doing push-ups.
Right. He's like, 10. I'm like, nigga locking it in.
It's like, and Jordan wins again. You just start doing push-ups.
No, I'm really bad because I didn't get to enjoy the game. All I could do is hear it. And it was like, Jordan just did this amazing reverse. And I was just like, I would love to see that instant replay. And you tried to be like this. You switching?
Yo, he's on point if he was enjoying the game for himself, but also disciplining you. So out the corner of his eye, he's making sure that you adhere it. Like he's not too wrapped up in the game.
He was watching the game, drinking a beer, and shining up his boots for work tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's it, man. That's it. I remember back in the day, because this is my dad, he was in the military, and he was, shining his boots, because for some reason they always have motherfuckers shining their boots in the military. That's the thing they do the most. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a shoe shining competition, America would be number one every time. But
now they don't even got shine on their boots most of the time. They got the fucking like desert camo shits. But
right.
They used to be serious.
Yeah, you had to shine them shits up. So anyways, he was shining his joints up, and they take pride in how much they shine them up. Right. And so he put them on the little porch or whatever, and we go about playing or whatever, and we chilling, and then all of a sudden I'm watching cartoons, and he like kicked the door in, right? So it's like boom, the door it's like almost exploded, and he's like, hold on. Fuck ran over my boots. And then at first I was scared because I was like, oh shit, I'm about to be in trouble. But then I realized I didn't do it, and I like breathed a sigh of relief. And as I was breathing a sigh of relief, my sister just shot in front of me and just started running. And it was just like, but from that moment I was like, damn, these boots shining, that's pretty serious. Like they get serious.
Boots and creases, nigga. Boots and creases, nigga.
Yeah.
My dad still put creases in his jeans.
My sister get mad every time I tell this story because you ran over the boots, Gabby. You put it, but it's funny because it was just like a thin little bicycle, because we had this little mountain bicycle.
Oh, it was Gabby's fault. Huh?
Yeah, so it just run right over the thing. You outed yourself. It could have been my other sister, But yeah, man. Nah, man. The whole stepdad thing is real cool. I remember this story about my stepdad, which is great, because I got in trouble for fighting at school or something like that, and they called back home, and they was all up in arms about it, and then he got wind of it, and then he came home and was like, what you doing? You in school fighting or whatever. And I was like, damn, I was in trouble. I just fessed up. I was like, yeah, but he was talking about my mom. He's like, what? He said something about your mother? And then he's like, come on, let's go. And so we went down there to go check him. And from that moment, I was like, okay, this is all right. This is cool. Because before it was like, I was just always in trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like never taking my side. But then he took my side on this. It's like, once that moment of like taking your side happens, then it's like, okay, you fair. You're not like just the ass to be an ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was thinking.
My father used to be like that, but my mother was the one that would take my side. Like if I ran home from a fight, she would send me back out there with a hockey stick and right. Shit like that. But like I remember I was in like second to third grade, and I used to get fucked with every time coming home from school, right? This is when we lived in North Carolina, and I used to get fucked with all the time. And I know why I got fucked with, because I told one kid his mother sucks dicks for loose Newports, right? So, mother, he got mad, right? And then, so every day they was trying to fight me and jump me. And I told my mother one day, I was like, man, they trying to fucking jump me every goddamn day. I have to run home. And she was like, word? She's like, all right. And I ain't know what that meant, but nigga, the next day, and then fucking, they waiting on me again. I'm like, shit, I gotta fight my way up out this motherfucker. My mother pulls up in the motherfucking little Toyota Camry, right? And motherfucking, all you hear is, bullshit. That's what she's playing. Open the door, get loud. Bullshit, nigga. She's in motherfucking like a nightgown, slippers, and a belt, and she helped me beat the shit out of 3 white dudes that was bullying the shit out of me. Swear to God.
Go.
Motherfucker, she held one of them down. Was like, come get your work off this nigga.
Oh.
This nigga, why my mama holding them down there? We was wild. My mother wild as shit, yo. For real.
And I feel like that has given you perspective to be in a much better place raising your kids. Like,
yeah, man. Fuck me up.
Man, so all right. Well, here at the Blerd That podcast, you know how sometimes they have burning questions that they would ask people. We have a blerding question. So our blerding question for you today is, because you into anime and battle rap and shit. If your kids were in an anime about battle rap, what would their characters be like, and what would their powers be?
Oh shit!
I go through all 4 of them.
All right, anime about battle rap. Shit.
That shit would be dope though. That
would be fucking.
I created this question. I just watched
one about volleyball the other day on that.
They got one about cooking. Like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Maybe shit. The oldest one, Olivia, she would be. She would talk about soft shit. She would be like, you know what I'm saying, the more introspective type battle rapper, not no gangster shit. Just telling you about yourself.
So like a healing battle rapper.
Right. And kind of breaking you down. And you come out being a better person at the end.
There you go.
Janelle. And then Janelle's going to be super gutter, the most gangster battle rapper female ever. And she's going to fucking disrespect you to your core and talk about your mother and your brother with the raptor arm and all that. Nothing's off limits.
So she's the damage dealer. She's just come out damaging.
Right.
All right.
Nick. Right. Nick. He's just gonna be talking about, you know, how much more money he has better than you, more money he has than you, and how much you're trash at NBA 2K. And and then my daughter, she's gonna be more of a Waka Flocka type battle rapper, just yelling out random shit for no goddamn reason and talking about fruit snacks or some shit.
All right, so do you know what's funny? I made up that question, and in my mind now I'm thinking like I would 100% watch an anime about battle rap. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get my people on it because I know some comic book people. I'm gonna have to talk to them and be like, "Yo, let's make this anime about battle rap, yo."
Right.
Because you real heavy on the battle rap.
I love battle. It'd be so funny if like somebody saying some battle rap that's hurting them. You know how they be in their mind talking like, "Oh no, how did he know that?" Oh, his rhymes are just too much for me.
I love the part of anime where it's like, huh?
Right.
That's the favorite shit out of every anime. Just when they have that deep breath, like, huh?
Yeah, I fuck with the anime lately, man. I love anime.
What do you like better, anime or battle rap?
Battle rap, probably, because I'm immersed in that shit. I know a lot, probably everything about it, and every time I find a friend that likes battle rap, it's like, even though I might know him for years, it's like discovering a new friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, the comedian Dave Butler up in Baltimore, like when we was already cool for like maybe a year or two, but then when we found out we liked battle rap and we loved battle rap, oh man, we became like really cool friends. You know what I'm saying?
Dave did one of our shows before. We did when we did the DC Comedy Festival. We did one of our shows. Also, he has a hilarious like 20-minute video of him roasting some chick.
Oh yeah, I was there. That show. Shit went viral. Shit was on World Star, the Shade Room. Shit was
oh man, that shit was wild. I was like, damn.
I actually went up right before him. And I did good. And then he was like, "Oh, you killed it." I was like, "Man, you gonna do it?" And then he fucking get 10 million views.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is how you really kill it. No, it's funny though that you say battle rap because I'll let you know a little secret. Back in the day, I used to battle rap because we had a little high school joint. Like after school, we would go back and forth battle rapping, and it was wild to me because I was kind of a good kid, you know what I'm saying? And then we were battle rapping, so we do it after school, and then the teachers started getting wind of it, right? And so then like the teacher started getting wind of it, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, teacher's about to shut it down or whatever. And then like I had my little rap, and there are curses in. The teacher is standing there. I'm like, yo, like there's curses. She's like, so do that shit. And I was like,
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I used to have bars, Tank. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could rap. I can't do it. I can make a joke. I cannot make a bar. I can't.
Listen, back in the day, I used to do it. Hold on, I'm putting myself on the spot right now. I wonder if I could rap right now.
There's a real comedian from DC that used to battle rap. Like really, it's on camera. He used to battle. Petey Steele.
Oh, Petey used to battle rap.
Yep, you can Google it for real. Yeah,
Petey got kids. I might bring that nigga on here.
Yeah, he used to battle rap. And it was news to me, but like I was like, oh shit, he really used to.
No, I heard him on the Three Guys on Mike podcast. Ooh. 3 Guys on, and I heard him rap before. His joy is
me, him, Kason, and Justin. We got a Facebook group chat. We talk about all the battle rap events.
See, here's what's crazy. From that battle rap group that we used to do in high school, one of the dudes went on to he like put on events or whatever, and he does it. I don't know if you ever heard of him before. His name's like Omega, I think he's a rap. So he used to rap, and apparently he was real good at it. Local like Virginia dude. He used to travel.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name before because I've been to a couple local events. Because they got like local leagues in DC and Baltimore, and I think I've heard his name before.
Okay, so he ain't lying when he's giving all his stats.
Yeah, I've heard his name before. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I inspired it. You know what I mean? Like, because I went up against him back in the day, and I was, like I said, I was nice. One day I'm gonna get a Blerd, the Blerd Dad podcast fans. I'm gonna bless them with a little bit of Glenn bars. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, Kyrie from Baltimore, he got a battle coming up like next month, I think.
Yo, I need to speak to Kyrie, man. I wanna talk to Kyrie about this shit, about raising kids or whatever, because he got two, don't he? Only got two.
I think he has one. I think he has one daughter.
Just one daughter. Okay, well, shit. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the full perspective on this whole parenting thing, especially before it starts, so I'm just kind of overly prepared for things.
You're gonna be fine, but it's still gonna be shit nobody mentioned that you're gonna experience for the first time. One thing I will say though is you're gonna get 10 times funnier when that shit happens. What happens is like you got so much shit to talk about, and you'll find your own perspective on how to talk about it. So
yeah, I hope so. I hope it's one that people care about. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But yeah, man, it's been dope chatting with you. Yeah, why don't you tell the people where they can find you, where they can look you up? I'm telling you, he's a hilarious comedian. If you see his name on a flyer or something, even if it's a bad flyer, go check it out. Because
I'm about to start my skits back up again too. So you can follow me on Instagram, King Tink, KING_TINK, Facebook at Bryant Tinker. But you can also go in King Tink on that, and that'll come up. Twitter Tink_AVI, and fucking TikTok King Tink 502.
Okay, King Tink. Yeah, man, get King Tink on all that.
Thousands of views on TikTok, and I didn't post none of them shits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all other people. They were like, yeah, I did a skit with somebody. It was like, yeah, we got over 500,000 views or 1 million views on this. And I'm like, what?
It's like, come on, man. Give me some damn love. Now, look, we just keep doing it, man. Just keep pressing. The more we keep pressing, the more it's going to be out there, because the talent in this area is kind of undeniable. And I think once everything starts thawing out, people are going to start recognizing and seeing it. And you're one of the most talented dudes in the area. So
thank you, brother. Likewise, brother. Likewise, it's the same with you, man. And I look forward to going back and doing some shows with you. And and working all over again, man. I can't wait till things get back to being normal, really.
Yeah. It's going to be a totally different experience though, because like before I was just, I was just a single dude out here just telling jokes, and now it's like a whole new level of doing it. Once you have kids or whatever, because when you single, you don't really give a fuck like what people think. You know what I mean? It's like whatever. But now I got kids. You know what I mean? I can't go up there like oh, daddy's that weird nigga.
Money. Like for real. Now it gets to the point now, like I got a family shit and we live together and shit like that. So now it be to the point like. I like coming out and doing open mics, but really I don't want to fucking come out if I ain't getting no money. So you know what I'm saying? Right. Like what I'm saying, because it gotta benefit. If you're gonna take me away from them, then it gotta be worth something.
Right. So. Well, I'm so glad that I was able to do everything before all this shit kind of popped off. You know what I mean? Kind of get established, get a name for myself in comedy. Because when you first starting out, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bang at these open mics or whatever, and then you don't have to do that once you've like established yourself. Like you can go to open mics to work things out. That's what but you don't have to grind. You don't have to be there every night. I don't
have to keep reintroducing myself to every goddamn body. Like, hey, such and such from such and such. I would love to come on your show.
Right. Man, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm gonna close the show out, Bress. I'm gonna toss you in the back room, but thank you for being here. Thank you for being the person that you are. Thank you for representing for Black dads all across the world and for the military brats out there.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, people. That was King Tink. Great dude. We had a lot of great conversation, man. A lot of good information. There's a good way to spank your kid, there's a bad way to spank your kid. So we learned about that. We learned about traveling. We learned not to test. See, this is what I got to learn. I got to learn how to make sure that my kid knows not to test me. That's the thing. But he's gonna be young. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let it slide for the first little bit. But I feel like we learned a lot here. I feel like we got a lot done. We got a lot in. We got to learn about traveling. And I think the biggest thing that I would say is to make sure your kids get out and travel, get out and see the world. It'll help them be worldly, and it might help them to not test you because they know there's a world out there that's bigger than them. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense, but what I do know makes sense is subscribing, liking, and sharing the Blerd Dad podcast. So please do that for us. And if there's anybody else you want to see on here or any questions you want us to ask, go ahead and let us know because we're very, very responsive, And like I said, baby's imminent. The word. The baby's coming any day now. So we're really excited about that. Can't wait for it to happen. Listen, this is a special week because this week we got 2 episodes. The next episode is going to be my man, Larry Starks. Another one of these great Black dads out here, and we're going to go into raising these kids up, comedy, raising these kids up, making it happen. So thank y'all for joining us. Please join us again on Wednesday for a bonus episode, our 10th episode. We made it to double digits with Larry Starks. Talk to y'all later.